A lot of people don't realize that airports have art programs and that it's a very important part of the guest experience. I love the layers of the airport and the audience that we're trying to reach. I think for artists, creating art for the airport really pushes them in their art making. It really challenges them to look at the spaces and how people move through the public space and figure out how their work can really capture someone's attention. Sometimes, like a day like today when it's very busy, you're stuck here for a while, so giving you something that's always changing in front of you and providing more visual activity is a good thing. Anything to distract you from having to stand in the line. I love working with the Los Angeles World Airport team. Sarah is wonderful to work with. They're very much team players there. It's so nice to have that support. The artwork is called "We've Got to Cross This Great Big World Somehow," which seemed particularly fitting with the airport because we do have to cross this great big world somehow. For me, it's all about the space. So I walk in and I see relationships that the space has with itself. For example, in this project, the window over top and the platforms below, and I wanted to make a clear relationship between that window and those platforms. So it started just as an investigation of the site, taking a lot of measurements, a lot of photographs, and then building a 3D model and starting to experiment inside that model. And the idea of connecting spaces together being much like the voyage that people are taking on the airplane. So we wanted to make something super colorful that gave the illusion of movements. I love the idea that the public is going to turn a corner and see something they're not expecting, and that we could potentially change their day, their life, break them out of negative thinking and just kind of confront them with something they're not expecting. This is the second project that we've done with the dyed ropes. So I wanted to explore the whole color spectrum with this project and really dig in deep. We used 20 different colors in this design, so 10 are on one side and 10 are on the other, and the west side is the warm side and the east side is the cool side. The color palette is kind of uniquely Los Angeles. It's bright, it's heavily colored. We're not afraid of color and bright sunlight here and big vivacious, spectacular things. I think I could have been an engineer in another life. There's a lot of problems because you have 180 ropes, and even if you just pull 3 or 4 pounds on each one, that adds up over the spectrum. It needs to be just straight enough to make a straight line, but with not enough load that you're really taxing out both attachment systems. It's an engineering challenge for sure. I think with art, that's a really easy way into people's minds, is to kind of just give them something beautiful to look at. And then maybe if we start thinking about color theory and architecture and engineering and the way that it moves when they move, that's all icing on the cake. I really just want people to say, wow, what's that? And I think as children, we're like that with art. We're really open to it. And I think bringing people back to that childlike curiosity and wonder is one of the ways that art can really get into your life.